Yes, so what we have done, guys, so we have started with chapter number 1, completed 1, chapter number 2, completed 2. If you quickly see on a high level visualization, what will be there in business process automation? If you see risk and control majorly, correct? Mostly if you see, there will be some small concepts like obviously business process automation, all that you will study, but majorly they will not concentrate on that alone. They will concentrate on risk control. So 3 big aspects will be covered in chapter number 1. What are the 3 big aspects? Business process, risk and control. When you say business process, there are various categories of business process. So they will connect that with the departments. If you remember P2P, OTC, HR, inventory, like that, general ledger, like that, all this business process related will be there. Then separately, there are more questions on business process automation. What is BPA? What are its objectives? What are the steps? Anyways, we did not cover all that because those are all question answers to be covered. Anyways, you would have still remembered ICAI, objectives of business process automation, like integrity, confidentiality, then availability, internal control, and timeliness. What I would have asked you to do is, even now, if you start, you can easily do. What is that you should do? Mnemonic sheet. So wherever there is going to be a shortcut, wherever there is going to be mnemonics, it is automatically should be updated. So it is all done. So as in the previous class, I told the students have already started preparing the mnemonics and they started sending it back to me. Why? It is not for me to check and tell, but at least to ensure that if you are sending to a faculty, you will have that responsibility to do. Anyways, me checking out whenever there is a time, I will check out, but your responsibility will keep on be finishing. Like for example, today we are taking up chapter 3, correct? So before the next class, if you complete 1, 2, and 3, that means you are already in control with the subject. That means you are regularly updating. If you miss out the chance, if you do only alternative days, you know how it will happen for EISSM. We should not do. Now, when you cover risk, we were concentrating on risk related terms. You remember risk related terms, right from asset till your exposure. All these things, asset, vulnerability, answer for vulnerability is countermeasure. Then threat will lead to risk, attack, likelihood, exposure, all that we studied. Then risk management strategies, 5 T's we studied: tolerate or accept the risk, terminate or eliminate the risk, like the transfer or share the risk, all that we were studying. Now this and all is risk related. Then control. Control means what control? It can be a preventive control or a detective control or a corrective control. Then we told control means it can also be internal control. Internal control means it should be as per what framework? COSO framework. Fantastic. Expand COSO. Committee of Sponsoring Organization. Today I am leaving you. The next class I will screw you literally asking questions. Today I have not told you to study and come, but you guys are not kids, correct? I should not tell you study and come for the next class. It is needless to say, next class I will literally screw you up by asking questions. Individually, sometimes I'll ask you, I'll say, Vikram, tell me this answer. Ranjit, tell me this answer, so that I should see whether you are in control or not. So I am trying to do it accordingly. And one more thing is, the needless to say that you will have to switch on the videos. Okay. So if I switch off the video, then it will be like, you will never know what I'm doing also. Okay. Same thing that I expect from you. Don't make me do like telling it to the kids. You should itself have that responsibility. Unless and until it is so very bad network, still you should have asked me and then only switched off. Anyways, so I'm only recording the MCQs now, so I'm leaving you. If it has been a regular live class, I would have put you in the waiting room for 1 hour. Then automatically, you know, you will come back, and that time and all, camera will work, you will work, all the people in the family will work, all that will be doing. I'm leaving you today from the next class. I'll wait for 5-10 minutes. If that's not happening, if the video is not on, you can take a rest in waiting room. You can wait for 1 hour. Slowly you can come after 7:30 or 8 o'clock. By the time I have already completed half portion. Okay. Anyways, I'm leaving you today. Next class, I will not be able to do that. Now, next thing is, when we were talking about this chapter number 1, we were talking about controls, correct? We were talking about risk. Then control, when we said internal control as per COSO. COSO, Committee of Sponsoring Organization. I connected that with SA 315. All that we told. Expansions, did we write? Yes. Then we went to chapter number 2. What is there in chapter number 2? Finance and accounting systems. But majorly they will talk about what? ERP. Enterprise Resource Planning. So business process modules. That means, guys, which is the biggest ERP we have? SAP. Correct. In SAP, we have how many modules in our chapter? In our second chapter, there are 12 business process modules. All of them would have been explained in the video. Anyways, we will again do that in the crash also. Now, what we will have to do, we should understand what type of things that can come. And we wrote the mnemonics and all, and we made it ourselves really stronger. We told about what is data, how many types of data, how many types of master data, what is voucher, ledger, all these things we explained and we made it really strong, correct? So till 2 chapters we have completed. I wanted you guys to revise that and come. I'll openly ask questions. First 15-20 minutes, I will ask questions in the next class. If you think you can come after 20 minutes, I will ask in the middle. Okay, so I know what you guys will do. So accordingly, we will plan. Okay. Anyways, because I have also been like that in the school and college, so I know what you guys will do. Happily, you come by 7 o'clock, you feel like all the test is over, 7 o'clock only I will start. Okay, anyways, so I will manage that work accordingly. Now, shall we go to third chapter, guys? Okay, what is third chapter name? Information system and its components. Now, shall I tell it in one mnemonics what we are going to cover? Only one mnemonics. I call it as ISCA. ISCA. Okay, don't think that in that okay movie they will say ISK, correct? That is not ISK, this is ISCA. Okay, what is ISCA? Information Systems Control Audit. Shall I repeat again? What is ISCA? Information Systems Control Audit. Now what I'm talking about, I'm going to talk about the information system, components of information system, what are the controls that you have, how you will do audit. Now guys, you can ask me, sir, how you will do audit? That's what we are already studying in audit and assurance, correct? Paper number 6, you are studying auditing only. What is this auditing I am going to talk about?
Auditing of the information system.
Auditing of information system. We call it as IS audit. Now what is that audit then?
Financial statements.
Financial statements, correct? Books of accounts. So you will prepare financial statements and you will have to give an opinion, true and fair view opinion on the financial statements by giving a report, correct? That is called paper number 6. This paper number 7 is systems audit. Now I will tell you even more simple example. Do you use ERP for preparing financial statements? Yes. That means a software has to be prepared. The software is used to prepare the financial statements on the books of accounts, means paper 6. When you audit the software itself, it is called IS audit. Easy to understand. Now, what you should try to do, you should try to see, yes, okay, yes, Aisha, fine. So what we should try to do is, there are 2-3 things that you need to remember. What are they? Information system, control, audit. Now, can you write the heading? Information system and its components. What is chapter number 3? Information system and its components. So write the heading, information system and its components. I hope you are able to see this sheet. So what is the chapter name? It is called information system and its components. But what you will study about? Hyphen, right? ISCA. Hyphen, right? ISCA. So what you will study in ISCA? So what is ISCA? First we should write that, correct? So I will write this. Information systems control and audit. Easy to get this. Information system control and audit is what you will study in IS components. Now, I will ask you the next question. Guys, when I say system, do you remember I told about IPO? What is IPO? You need to have input, processing, and then output. Correct or not? So when you try to say input, processing, and output, and you will say automatically that's called system. What is information? Processed data. When you process the data, it becomes information. Shall I repeat again? System is input, processing, and output. Okay, now I'll ask you this question. My hand is getting raised up. Is my leg also getting raised up? No. Now that means what? All the activities in the system are independent. Correct or not? Because my hand is raising, my leg also is not raising. It is independent. Now, you are sitting in the exam. Your pen alone will write through your hand or brain will work.
Both.
Brain also will work. Hand also will write. Eyes also will see. All the functions will happen. Don't you think now it is becoming interdependent? Yes. So what is system? Independent and interdependent components which will produce outputs through the processing of input. So that's what we call it as input, processing, and output. Shall we first write what is system, guys? Only when you know what is system and information, you should know what is information system. Shall we write this? System. So what I am going to write here? Independent. Guys, you can start writing. Independent. This is only small thing, right? Independent and interdependent components which uses input that is processed to produce what? Output. Is this easy, clear? So what is system? Independent and interdependent components which is used, which uses input that is processed to produce the output. Now what is the next one I should write, guys? Information. What is information?
Processed data.
Processed data. Correct or not? Yes. So when I say processed data, data means what? Raw facts and figures. Can you write down this and finish? Are you guys first understanding the basic strong? Then only whatever I explain you will understand. Otherwise, you will never be able to get it.
Sir, there is no abbreviations for this chapter, sir.
There is no abbreviations for this chapter, not much. Not much. Fourth chapter, there will be more abbreviations and expansion. Here, they will only talk about the officers. When I'm talking about the third chapter, officers, who is a CEO, CFO, like that only they'll ask, but they are not asking that in the examination. That is only for knowledge purpose we will have to, but first chapter, second chapter, openly they are asking MCQs. It is still there. Like what Aishwarya asked, there is still expansions for this chapter, but it is so important to study, nothing. You can glance when you have time. I will maybe once we finish chapter number 3, I will also tell you what are the expansions. Not definitely for exams, maybe to just understand. We can give that expansion. Yeah, not so important when I compare it with other chapters. We can still do at the end of chapter number 3, we can do. Before chapter number 4. Yes, yes. Now, information system. What information system will combine? Combination of what? Guys, are you able to see? People, hardware, software, communication devices, network, and data resources. See here, this information system and components are almost the same. See what I am trying to do. See what I'm trying to do. I'm saying number one, you need people. Correct? Second is you need hardware. Third, you need software. Fourth, you need data resources. Guys, what is data resource that they're talking about? Database. Correct? Guys, have you come across this word?
Yes.
What is DBMS?
Database
Database management system. And then you will try to have the fifth one, which is called communication and network systems. Guys, you should understand what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about TN. What is TN? Tamil Nadu? Telecommunication network. Are you clear? These are the components of information system. If you combine all this, that will process data and information. It is called information system. Guys, are you clear with the story? Now, components are 5. When you combine all these 5 components to process data and information, that becomes information system. Can you take down this? What is information system? See what I'm doing, guys. See what I'm doing. I am writing HW. What is HW, guys? Homework, hardware. What is SW?
software.
Software. What is DB database, DBMS, database management system? What is TN? Telecommunication network. People are otherwise called users. So indirectly, I will say HW, or you can also say here NW. Guys, you know what is NW?
Network.
Network. So HW, SW, NW, database, DB, and user. DBMS and user. Easy to remember. 5 components. What are they? Guys, tell me. HW, SW, NW, database, DB, DBMS, and then user. Easy to remember. So this is what, if you combine all this for processing data and information, it becomes automatically information system. Are we clear with this? Everything is input, processing, output only. So what I am doing, I am coloring the same thing in the same color so that you know both are going to be the same. The system and information, we made it as important and in yellow for a simple reason. That only is the starting point for this chapter. Able to get this easily? This is the basics of the chapter. Now don't bother about the steps in IS model. Once you write this, I will tell you what is there. Okay. Start writing. First get the flow. HW plus SW plus NW plus DBMS Have you completed? Shall we go to the next level? What is the steps in IS model? Usually what we will say IPO, correct? Any system we will say IPO. Here input, processing, output with the feedback. Don't change the order. I'm using a different color ink because it is a separate question. This and all is basics. So I'll not make you write again and again, again and again. Okay, so we can accordingly try to remember. This and all you should have studied from 6th standard. You remember? Right from the day they told you computer science is one subject, you would have studied all this. We are studying again after some 14 years, 14, 15 years, whatever. You may be bigger than that also. For me, I forgot that I did school because I'm like that age. Okay, so we have been like studying continuously. You studying fine, I am studying till now. So from 11, I'm doing at least, I'll go to like more than 25 years. You're done with this?
Yeah.
Now, shall I tell you a story for us to understand? What is the story? Story means not like once upon a time there lived a king and also. What is the story is very simple. With the mnemonics, I'm going to tell you. Guys, hardware. Can you see hardware?
Yes, sir.
What is that English term we will tell? If I wanted to see, what is the English term I will tell?
Tangible.
Tangible. Okay. Now, software. Can I see?
No, sir.
No, what I should say?
Intangible.
Intangible. Okay. Now, you listen to songs, correct? How will you listen to songs? What player you will use? Music player, correct? So, very famous thing to listen to songs is iPod. Yes. Now, iPod is the way that you can try to remember. Now, what is this iPod? Not the device. I am talking about a song that can be listened with the device. Can you see the song?
No.
No. Can you hear or listen to the song with the hardware?
Yes.
Yes. What is the hardware that I'm talking about? iPod. Are you understanding what I'm writing? I am writing iPod near hardware. Any idea what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Input devices, processing devices, output devices, and data storage devices. Are you understanding this? How iPod is coming? So easy to remember it as a story. What is iPod? Input devices, processing devices, output devices, and data storage. The moment when you see iPod after this, immediately what you will remember?
Hardware.
Hardware. Expand iPod,
Input
input
device.
devices, processing devices, output devices, and data storage devices. Okay. Now the next question I'll ask you. Are you clear for this iPod? Don't write now. We will write it later. Okay. Don't write now. Drop your pens. First listen and then we can write it. We will have enough time. Now, how do you guys eat? By cooking. Okay. For cooking, what is more important? Gas cylinder. Correct. Most importantly, after that stove, that, this and all, you will say gas cylinder. Now, you can see the cylinder, fine. Will you be able to see the gas inside the cylinder?
No.
No. Okay. In our language, cylinder is what? Hardware or software?
Hardware.
Hardware. Software is what?
Gas.
The gas. Okay. Do you need both?
Yes.
Definitely yes. In order to protect a software, you need to have hardware. For hardware, we already told iPod. For software, what I should write now? I should write gas.
Yes.
Now, what am I talking about? I am talking about a word called gas. What does this mean? Easily to understand, gas is software because there are three types of software: general software, application software, and system software. Easy to remember the gas. Next time when somebody brings you gas cylinder, what immediately you will remember?
Software.
Software. Next time when you see iPod, what you will remember?
Hardware.
Hardware. Next time when somebody says TN, what you will remember? Telecommunication network. Next time when somebody says IPO, even in law term, what you will remember? System. System, correct? So whenever next time when somebody says HW, SW, NW, automatically you will remember components of information system. Easy to remember. Now tell me, expand iPod. Can you expand iPod, guys? What are they?
Input devices.
Input devices,
Processing
devices,
output devices,
data storage devices. Correct? Okay. Now, what is the next thing? Software. How did we say remembered as gas? Tell me the three types of software.
General software, application software,
System
system
software.
software.
Now, I will use a word called operating system. Operating system is a part of which software?
Application software.
No, it is system software. Now, let's take for an example. Everybody has mobile in your hand or maybe
Yes,
at least near you? Yes. Now, is every mobile having a game to be played? Yes, may or may not. correct, I don't have any games, but I still have my mobile. How is my mobile functioning? Through my applications or through my operating system?
Operating system.
Through my operating system only. So when I wanted to say, that's my basic system software. So system software, whether you have application store or whether you don't have the, whether you have Play Store or not, all that is the secondary. For you to run the system, for you to run the mobile functioning, you need to have a system software, which is called operating system, irrespective of whether I wanted to play game or not. Okay, now I wanted to download a game. What I should have in my mobile or system? First, I should have operating system. Then I should have applications. Then based on that application only you will do. But how application will come? Not directly, but through the help of operating system. So what I will write here, near system software, I will try to remember a concept called operating system, OS, correct? OS updation. So how you can remember? You can remember this very easily. Now, can you first take down this?
Yes, sir.
Expand iPod. Here you write iPod near tangible. Then the next line write what is IPOD. Then the next line write software is equal to gas. Expand what is GAS. And then in system software, update operating system. Can you write down this? One after another, we will go. Quickly do it. I'm here only. So what is hardware, right? What is software, right? Please update this one after another. Guys, can you glance this for 2-3 minutes? I'll be back.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, have you completed? So what we were talking about is, we were talking about iPod, hardware, software, and then relating to database. Guys, tell me what is database? Database, see what I'm writing here. I am saying collection of data, correct or not? Now, what is the difference between database and information? What we told information as?
Processed
Processed
data.
data. What is then databases called? Collection of data. What is the difference?
We're just collecting the raw data.
That means I am not making it processed. I am only taking all the data. I am storing it in a place. It is called data storage. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It is only storage of data. I am not processing. In your EIS2 in inventory, they will call it as raw material, will be converted into work in progress, and then will be converted into finished goods. Correct? Now, is this processing or collection only?
Collection.
This is processing. This is processing. Automatically, raw material is converted into work in progress. That means there is a process. Now, when you came to EISSM class, you did not know about anything. Now, are you collecting all the information? Are you processing all the information and getting the knowledge? You are processing the data. That means what? You did not know anything. You are not only writing and keeping, you are understanding things. If you are only writing and keeping, you are only doing a database collection. Correct? Database means what? Collection of data. Now you guys are not only collecting data and keeping it. You are understanding the subject in a better way. So there is a processing that's happening. So please remember this. Information is processed data. Database is collection of data. Okay, near this collection of data, guys, are you able to see what I'm writing here? Is the font size clear? Shall I make it bigger for this alone? Collection of data. Now what I'm writing here is, I'm writing for you to get the database, you need to have bits, or I will write it first there. You need to get this flow of database. Are you understanding what I'm writing? No. So I will expand this. Now what is this I am talking about is knowing the basics of database. First, you need to have binary digits. Guys, have you studied about binary digits? What are the two binary digits we have?
1.
0
0 and 1. Now, when you collect all the bits, binary digits is called bit. Collection of bits is called what? Byte. Have you heard this word before? Collection of bits is called byte. Now here, they will not call it as byte, they will call it as characters. Collection of characters is called field. Collection of field is called record. Collection of record is called file. Collection of files is called database. Are you able to understand what I am writing? Shall we first write this in a bigger way? Okay, guys, so listen carefully. So what I am trying to do is to make you write the flow of database. Now we told BCFREFD. What is BATS? Bits, correct? So what is that we are saying? Binary digits, which is nothing but your 0 and 1. Now, what is the next one? We say character. Guys, what is character? Collection of bits. Collection of bits. Tell me what is the next one? F. Fields. Collection of characters. Next, records. Collection of fields. Next, files. Collection of records. Then database. Collection of files. Sometimes for us to quickly understand, we will talk about this as a data itself. Collection of files or collection of data. Are you clear with the story? Can you write down this, guys? This itself will majorly complete your information system components. Can you take down this now? Yes. So what is this BCFRFD? Bits, characters, fields, records, files, database. Quickly write this, get the grip. Now what you should understand is the collection of data, or which is called the database flow of database. So I am saying flow of database is bits, character, fields, records, files, database. Let me know if you are done. So what I am doing is I am only telling you the MCQs or points relating to it. Guys, put yourself in mute. Why am I getting sounds when you're writing? Okay.
Done, sir.
Done. Very good. So are you clear till this? Shall we go now one after another and see what are the keywords to be remembered? Half of them you need not write because it is only for us to understand, but still you can see the keywords and make it strong. Shall we go? Guys, are we ready? Yes. Computer system is a combination of what and what? Hardware and software. We have already told HW, SW, NW, DB, and user. Correct or not? So hardware. Hardware is what portion, guys? Tangible portion or intangible portion? Tangible portion. What it will do? It will do iPod. Expand iPod.
Input devices.
Input devices, processing devices. Very good. Output devices and data storage devices. We have already completed this. Yes, iPod is already done. Input device. Guys, what are the examples of input devices? You would have studied this from 6th standard, correct? Mouse, keyboard, joystick, light pen. There are some small examples which you can remember it very easily. Not a big deal to remember. Now, what is processing devices? Guys, have you heard about this word? Again and again, you would have studied this in school. What is CPU? Explain CPU.
Central
Processing Unit.
Central processing unit. Right from the school, we have been studying this. What it will do? It will processing. It will do calculations, manipulate the functions, and it will do all the arithmetic operations and other things to be remembered. Guys, you know what I will ask you to remember? When I say processing devices, I will ask you to remember it as car. Can anyone tell me what is car? I will itself tell you because you may not be able to get it. Shall I tell you what is car? Control unit, arithmetic and logic unit, and registers. There are three things that you need to remember. Shall we write this, guys? What is C? Control unit. What is A? ALU. What is ALU? Arithmetic and logic unit. What is R? Registers. Can you remember this and write? Yes. So this I will mark it in a different color so that you can remember it better. So input devices, hardware we would have told iPod. Correct? So you can remember this. Guys, this and all one time if you study, it should automatically come. Input devices, there is nothing. Processing devices is the CPU, which we call it as car. What is car? Control unit, arithmetic and logical unit, registers. What are the examples? You can try to remember this as an example. CPU, motherboard, network card, etc. Don't bother about the remembering things. Processing devices we have already told here, guys. Control unit, arithmetic and logical unit, processor registers, which is called registers. Guys, can you take down this? What and all I have marked in this light yellow, can you take down? Examples of input device take down, examples of processing device take down, and then you can try to remember functional units of CPU. Can you take down this? What is there in yellow color alone? Quick. Have you completed, guys? Now, shall I quickly ask you some questions before we go to the next level? Hardware means what you will remember?
iPod.
Mnemonics only. iPod. Input devices. Tell me some 2-3 examples.
Keyboard, mouse,
Keyboard, joystick, light pen. Very
Right
good.
here.
When I say processing devices, what you will remember?
CPU, motherboard,
Motherboard.
Correct. That is your example. And types of processing devices, you will remember it as car. Expand to car.
Control unit,
control unit,
Control unit, arithmetic and logic unit,
registers.
registers. The moment when I say gas, what will you remember?
General software, application
General
software,
software, application software, system software.
software,
Correct. When I say tangible portion of computer system, what you will remember?
hardware,
Hardware. Intangible portion,
software,
software. Collection of data, database. Processed data,
information,
information. Okay. So how many components are there in information system?
5.
5. Hardware, software, network, database, user. Easy to remember? Yes. Now when you practice like this, it will hardly take Not even 2 minutes, but you can quickly do. Have you taken what is the keyword for control unit? Guys, what is the keyword that you told for control unit? Controls the flow of data and instruction. That is to the memory and from the memory. So what it will do the controlling the flow of data and instruction. Answer is mainly to and from the memory. That's the most important keyword. Arithmetic and logic unit means performs arithmetic operation. What are they? Plus, minus, then asterisk, then comparison, lesser than, greater than, then equal to, all that they will write. These are all called what operation? Arithmetic operations. Registers will try to register all or hold the computer instructions and perform operations. So that's the whole thing that you will have to remember. Are we clear till this? Okay. Now, shall we go and see what is there in data storage devices? Now, what we have completed? We have completed input. We have completed processing. What is the next one? Output or data storage device. Any one we should take. Now, tell me the order. First output device will come or data storage will come?
Data.
First data storage will come. Then only output will come. Now, then why we told iPod? Because for the mnemonics only. Nothing else. Only for memory we told iPod. But what is the actual order? I, P, D, O. Input devices, processing devices, data storage devices, and output devices. So data storage device means what? The memory where the data and program are stored. See what I'm also saying. Data storage devices, you will have to remember it in the way. So what I will write here, data storage devices, IPCVS. Now your old syllabus is called IPC. Okay, why I am telling this? For you to understand the story. Now for your exam, what is more important? Data storage is important. Yes, when you wanted to store all the data only, it is easy. Now I say when you do data storage, your IPC, which is your inter-examination, becomes very simple. So I say IPCVS. Easy to remember? Yes, guys, this has to be remembered so strongly. What is this I am talking about? I am talking about IPCVS. Shall we go and write what is IPCVS, guys? Are we ready? What is I? Internal memory. Write along with me. Write along with me so that it's going to be easy. What is I? Internal memory. What is P? Primary memory. What is C? Cache memory. Don't call it as cache. It is cache. What is V? Virtual memory. What is S? Secondary memory. Can you guys write this? Start writing. Guys, with the technology, it is very easy to take a screenshot, or it is very easy to do easy things from the system. But the point is, though you are before a system or a laptop or your mobile, I wanted you to write and keep. You know why? Then only you will get the idea. You are not collecting data. So I do it for, I say the same thing for CA final students also. Write. The more you write, it is better. Data storage device. How did you remember? IPCVS. Can you take down this? Are you guys clear till this? Let's make it really, really strong. So please write this and keep IPCVS. Done. Very good. You are done with this? Now, shall I write some more things here? Internal memory, I'm not going to tell anything. I'm just going to say, or I can say this also, connect of registers and primary memory. Can you write this? When you connect your previous processing device end part, which is called register, and when you connect your primary memory, it becomes what memory? Internal memory. Yes. Now, primary memory, I will write RAM and ROM. Guys, can you expand RAM and ROM?
Random.
What is RAM? Random
access
memory. What is ROM?
Read-only memory.
Read-only memory. This is what is your primary memory. Expand it and write what is RAM, what is ROM? Cache memory. Bridge the speed between registers and primary memory. Now that means cache memory should come between internal memory and primary memory. I would have explained all this in the video, but still what I'm telling is for you to understand. Now shall I tell you the actual order? I, C, P, B, S. Why I am changing the order now? Guys, any idea?
Or no.
Because cache memory is compensating the speed difference between registers and primary memory. I told internal memory already have registers. So the order is IPC VS is for your mnemonics, but the order is C will compensate the speed difference between I and P. So I'm making C bigger. Are you clear with this? So why cache memory? Because it bridges the speed difference between registers and primary memory. All this, when you go back to the video or when you come back to the class for revision, you will understand like this because I'll explain all this. Now I'm not explaining, I'm only telling you the MCQs to get the grip on the subject. That's all. I'm not fully sitting and explaining. Now, I call it as virtual memory. Virtual means that I am able to see or I am not able to see. I am not able to see. That means what is the word you will tell in English? Imaginary. So imaginary memory is otherwise called what? Virtual memory. Virtual memory is otherwise called imaginary memory. Again, important MCQ. Please take down this. It will function, but it is imaginary memory. What is the second? What is the last one? Secondary memory. Guys, I'll ask you one question. Do you guys use pen drives? Okay. Do you guys use external hard disk? Yes. Now, I store the files in the pen drive. I store the files in the external hard disk. Will I remove it from the system? Yes. Will I switch off the system? Yes. Will I still be able to have the files in the memory of your pen drive? Yes. Now, are you understanding what I'm saying? Secondary memory means even if you plug out, you will have a permanent memory. Now, let's take for an example. They call this as volatile memory, non-volatile memory. Volatile means what? Now, I'm using the system. I am not saving this file. What will happen?
Will not.
When I close the system, that's all. I'll not be able to retain. Now, information is lost when the power is turned off. Correct? Information, what information I have will be lost when the power is turned off. It is called what memory? Volatile memory. What is the opposite? Information is not lost even when the power is turned off. What is that memory called? Non-volatile memory. Shall I repeat again? Volatile memory means what? Information is lost when the power is turned off. See what I am telling here, guys. Guys, primary memory, secondary memory. Did you write this? Did you complete that word? Types of memory, primary memory, RAM, ROM, we have told. Now see what is RAM and ROM. Are you able to see this? What is RAM? Volatile in nature. That means what? Since the information is lost as soon as the power is turned off. ROM is what? Non-volatile in nature, and information is there even in the absence of power. Now I told that example about pen drive. Tell me now, by understanding the explanation, whether it is volatile memory or non-volatile memory.
Non-volatile.
Non-volatile, because non-volatile means what? Information is there even in the absence of the power. So what I will write here, read-only memory is non-volatile. See the secondary memory, there also I will say non-volatile memory. Are you clear with this? Guys, whatever is there in yellow color that I have marked, can you write that alone? Types of memory, RAM means what? ROM means what? Secondary memory, examples of secondary memory. Can you write all this? Hard disk, pen drive and all we have already told. See how easy we are making it. Quickly write this. Types of memory you can write. Have you done with this, guys? Okay,
So what
good.
is the example for virtual memory, sir?
Virtual memory, I will tell you now. You have the computer system. Now, what they will try to do, I will explain this before we go to the break. Correct? I was about to tell you. Cache memory, when you go to the websites that you listen, ICA, ICSI, RBI, MCA, all that you regularly visit. What it will be there? It will be sitting there in the cache. That means what? Regularly visited files will be there stored. Every time it will not ask from the RAM, temporary storage data. So it will combine, it will compensate the speed difference between registers and RAM. Now that's what is cache. Virtual memory is not the actual memory that you see. It will be helped by hardware and software system. What it will do, it will tell you I will tell you the whole story. What virtual memory will do, listen carefully. Now, I am a RAM. Vishnu is virtual memory. Okay. When Vishnu virtual memory will work, I will tell you, RAM is having too much of capacity. I have too much of load. I am not able to process at all. Let's take for an example. I have 25 books in my hand. Okay, I am the RAM. I have 25 files to process. Will I be able to run fast or walk fast? No. So what I will do, I will ask the help of Vishnu, who is virtual memory. So what we'll do is, Vishnu will come and take some 10 particular files from me, and he also will not keep, because he is only imaginary memory. He will go and keep it in a place called paging file. Now what happens now? RAM becomes free. Out of 25 files, he is taking 15 files. So only 10 files. Can the RAM process it very easily? Yes, I completed. Then what Vishnu will do as a virtual memory, he will take all the remaining 15 files from paging file and give it back to me. Now, can I process the remaining 15 files easily? Yes. Now, very simple. That's what virtual memory will do. Listen carefully. Virtual memory will ensure when the RAM is running low, virtual memory will take the files from RAM and put it in a place called paging file. Once the RAM completes further processing, the virtual memory takes all the files from the paging file and give it back to RAM for further processing of operations. This is what virtual memory will do. It is there in our system itself. In your laptop or in your desktop itself, we have virtual memory. It will say, now the capacity for me to cover in C drive or D drive is this capacity. Now, how much is the, what is the RAM processing? It will show. What is the paging file? How much capacity it is there now in the paging file? It will show. Then slowly it will get reduced. I can also send you the picture of paging file. I'll put that in the group today. So that you will know how a virtual memory will work in your computer system itself. But virtual memory is what memory? Imaginary memory. Are we clear till this? You know what is primary memory, RAM and ROM. RAM is what memory? Volatile memory. ROM is what memory? Non-volatile memory. Volatile means what?
With
Information is lost as soon as the power is turned off. Correct? Non-volatile means what? Information is retained even in the absence of power. Are we clear till this? So cache memory, primary memory, internal memory, virtual memory, and secondary memory is what we have completed. Are we clear till this? Did you get the examples right? Okay. Now what we'll do, we'll take a 10 minutes break. When we come back, I'll go in a quick flow to understand what are the other things that we have in chapter number 3 so that we can easily finish it. Guys, I have some 80 points to cover in this particular chapter. Almost some 80, correct? 78 points are there. Now we have only done till 20. That's okay. First, let's get the basics strong and then we can accordingly go and proceed further. Are we clear? Shall we take a 10 minutes break and come back, and then remaining 1 hour, we'll make it strong and strong. Yes. So take a break and come 10 minutes. So what we have started is, we have started with system, information system, steps in IS model, then components of information system, HW plus SW plus NW plus DB plus user. Then we told flow of database, hardware is iPod, software is gas, flow of the database, and then we told examples of input devices, then processing devices we told car, then examples of processing device, then we told data storage devices, IPC, VS, then types of memory, what is RAM, what is ROM, secondary memory, examples of secondary memory, this we already told. Computer memory hierarchy, registers, cache, all that we have already told. Output devices, the devices through which the system response, nothing to write there, correct? For decision making, they will try to use this. What are the types of output? So important for the exam. Needless to cover that as an important one, but we need to cover. What is the types of output? There are 5 types of output. What are they? Guys, this is an amended point. Previously, this point was not there. Now they have amended. Textual output, word, sentence, paragraph, text. Then graphical output, chart, photos, animations. Tactile output, drawings, that is there. Audio output, speech, sound, music, video output. Can you take down this? Quite an important for this because they have amended this very recently. Once you finish this, then we can go to software. Can you quickly take down this? Types of output. How many types of output? 5 types of output. Have you completed this? Types of output, guys? Types of output is different from types of output devices. First we finish this type of output, then we will go for types of output devices. Okay, by the time you write, I will go on write the types of output devices also, or maybe you can say examples. So please write this examples also. Types of output is different from types of output devices. Monitor, printer, plotter, speaker. You can write all this and make yourself strong. Have you completed this, guys? Shall we go to the next level? Yes. Now we are done with hardware. How many types of software we told? 3. We told gas, correct? So software is a set of instructions that tell hardware what to do. Correct? That's what you should try to remember it as for software. What are the categories of software? Listen carefully here, guys. We have told only 2. Why? Operating system software is a part of what? Quickly, is a part of
System software.
system software. Very good. Now, the miscellaneous softwares, apart from application and system only, is called general software. They did not make a mention, but you can remember it. You don't have in your portion general software. You have, what are the 2 softwares that you have? Application software and operating system software. Operating system software is a part of system software. Are you clear with the basics? Yes. Operating system, very important for the exams. What is that? It is a set of computer program that manages the hardware. That means what? If there is no operating system, hardware cannot be managed. And the most important, it acts as an interface with the application software. Now, if you don't have OS, you cannot download any application. And it is the most vital component of system software. 3 important keywords. Can you take down that? Guys, very important for the exam. Again and again, they are asking this in the examination. See, all the 3 points are important. First point, that is important. Computer program managing the hardware. See what I am doing? I am removing the color, so it becomes like using a color. Manages interface component of system software. Are we clear with the keywords? You can also write the examples. Windows 7, 8, that, this and all you can write. So you can accordingly start taking it. Have you completed this, guys? Shall we go to the next level? Have you completed the examples of operating system also? Windows 7, 8, this and all you will write better. There is nothing to remember. Now, application software. What are the application software? They are the categories of the programs that will do some processing or the task for the user. That means through the apps, they will try to ensure that they will be performing a task. Data and all we have already told, raw facts and figures. What are the two types of data?
Master data, non-master data.
That is for chapter number 2. Very good. This here they are talking about quantitative data, qualitative data. Better I will write. It is not types, it is forms of data. So types of data is only two. What are they? Master data, non-master data. Master data will not change frequently. Non-master data will change frequently. This is what? Quantitative data, qualitative data. So I will mark this in different color so that you can remember it and write. What is quantitative data? Numeric data. What is qualitative data? Descriptive data. Please write this and keep. It will definitely be confusing if you don't write this. Because there we were talking about master and non-master. Here we are talking about forms of data. Definitely we will not be able to complete the chapter number 3 today. Next class we will be able to easily complete 3 and start with 4. And obviously expansions also we will try to cover in chapter 3, which is not important, but still we will cover. Maybe if at all they ask quick questions, we should be in a position to write. Are we clear till this? Data, you are done? Now guys, with this clarity, if you watch the videos or if you attend the classes, it will be so simple to complete your EISSM. We'll do the same thing for SM also, okay? Quickly write this and let me know. Then we can go to database. You're done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Database, we have already told this. What is this? Collection of data. Collection of data. See, two forms of database I wanted you to write. What are the two forms of database? Are you able to see? Operational data, non-operational data. Can you write down this? Two forms of data are called what? See how many confusions we are trying to get. Types of data, forms of data, forms of database. So write two forms of database are there. It is called operational data, non-operational data. Flow of database is different. What is the answer for flow of database? Bits, characters, fields, records,
Records.
files, database.
Database.
Correct? So why I am writing this? Because form is different from flow. So I use a different color to mark database separately. Data is different, database is different, information is different. DBMS is different, database management system is different. Guys, the flow of database is otherwise called hierarchy of database. See here what I am marking. Same thing, they have told it in a different way. So the purple color and all will be based on database. We told in a flow, but in the material it is not the flow that they have given. They have just told this, that and all. Sometimes they will say collection of files is called database or collection of tables is called database. See what I am underlining here. Sometimes if they confuse you, so don't think that it is out of portion and all. Nothing is out of portion in your syllabus. So collection of tables can also be database. Can you write that and keep also? Everything in one point from single line I have taken from the material. If you open up the material, you will not know from where to study all this also. So please concentrate and write. For people who are watching these videos, listen to it again and again and get the grip of what we are trying to do in this EISSM to make your exemption easy. You are done with this, guys?
Yes.
Now DBMS, I will use another color so that it is easy for us to know what is DBMS. The software that aids in doing three things. It will organize the data, control the data, and use the data. Examples, you can write some 2-3 examples and finish this. DBMS, MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server. SQL means structured query language. So you can also write this and keep. Take down this and then we can go to the next level. Database management system.
Done.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Very good. Now what we'll go to the next level and see what is there. Yes, database models. Guys, models of database is different. Hierarchy of database is different. Models of database is question and answer. So let's go and see what are the models of database. How we can remember, see what I'm writing. HORN. HORN is how you will remember the models of database. Shall we go and write what is there? H is what? Hierarchical. O is what? Object oriented. R is what? Relational. N is called what? Network database model. Can you first write down this? Then I will explain. So HORN is what? Hierarchical database model, object oriented database model, relational database model, network database model. This one question they can ask you again in the exam. So let's be strong and careful.
Sir, is it hierarchical or horizontal?
No, not horizontal and all. Hierarchical. Hierarchical means in the flow, like a inverted tree. Hierarchical database model, object-oriented, relational and network. First you finish this, then I will tell you the story and then we can go to the keywords. You are done? Shall we go to the next one? Okay, guys, listen carefully. Let's not write anything. First, listen carefully. Okay. Now, you have a tree. Okay. What will be on the top of the tree?
Branches, leaves.
Branches. Why are you thinking this much? Did I ask any rocket science question? Okay. I do not know why you are blinking. Okay. So I hope you are all alive only. Okay. So branches. Okay. After branches, there will be stem, then the root. Now, when I put an inverted tree, what will be on the top? Roots,
Roots.
stem, and branches. Correct? Now, in our family, who is our root?
Parents.
Parents, dad and mom. For them,
Their
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 parents.
parents. For them, their parents. Correct? Now, we will call it as a family tree. Correct? So, great grandfather, and then from there a tree will come. If you see that, and that's what will make our population bigger. Correct? So, automatically, this happens in every particular country. There is no doubt in that. Now, the beauty is like this. If you have a database model, it is called hierarchical database model. They call it as inverted tree pattern approach. What does that mean? Inverted tree is what? First roots, then stem, and then the branches. We are all branches. So when we get married, then we will become the root and there will be branches. As simple as that. There is nothing to hide or nothing to tell otherwise. This is going to be a normal fact of life. Like this, if you have a database model, it is called what database model? Hierarchical database model. Now, I'll ask, if I ask someone, maybe I'll ask Anand, who is there in his family? He will say, parents will be there, he will be there, Brother, sister is there? Any brother, sister, Anand? Yes, you have. Okay. Now, one brother, one brother. Okay. So now, is that all is there in your family, Anand?
Yes.
Yes. Now, will he add cousin, sister, brother and all now?
Extended.
Yes, they are the extended family. They are not the family. They are not in the whole place. And unless and until it is going to be a joint family, you will only see them in a different house. Now, one branch is connected with another branch. So the extended family in the database model is called network database model. Now, when I say family, you say family function, correct? Now, if I ask what is your family, you will only say Appa, Amma, brother, sister, you. That's all, correct? Now, when you say family function, only these 4 or 5 people should be there, no? Why you are bringing all the people around the whole world saying that they are all family members? What is then family function? That becomes an extended family. Now, listen carefully. Within the house, who are all there? That database model, if you have within that particular data folder, it is called hierarchical database model. When there are many branches for that, then they call it as network database model. Are you clear till this? So totally the database models are 4 in number. How did we remember? HORN, HORN, hierarchical database model, object oriented, relational, network. Did we complete hierarchical and network now? Object oriented is based on your images, pictures, audios, videos, like that. If you have database relating to that in your computer system, you will have something called clip art or pictures, documents, where you will try to have the normal collection of all the data relating to pictures, images, audios, videos. That is called what database model? Object oriented database model. Relational database is a connection from one to another with different characteristics. Relational database model can be a combo of any of this, but 3-4 words will be particularly used. They will call it as domains, attributes, relationships, and records. That means what? Your rows, columns, tables, and records. That's what they will say: domains, attributes, relationships, and records. Now, if you guys are a CA student, who is the first danger to a CA student? Don't tell ICA.
Relatives.
Relatives, correct? They are the first danger. Why? Everybody, will you agree? For me, I will agree. Do you guys agree? For you, first enemy is your relative only, correct? Not all the relatives. Some idiots will be there in every family. They will not even know what is CA.
Ask where college, in
Which college?
you
Correct. Which college? First question. I am studying under ICA. He will say, you study. Tell me which college you are in studying CN. He will torture you like anything. And he will ask you one question, which is $1 million. You know what is that question? When will you complete CA? Correct? You will not. So you will always have this doubt. Correct? So the moment when you see your relatives, are you getting a fear? So in fear, what we call in Hindi, the fear? Dar. D-A-R-R. Now what is that dar? That's what we are calling it as fear. So why I am connecting all this story? Relational database model. Remember relatives. Remember the fear that is there. Domains, attributes, relationships, and records. Okay, at least your relatives are helpful in remembering relational database model. Otherwise, they are of no use for us. Correct? Anyways, so what you should remember, there are 4 important characters of relational database. They are called what? Domains, attributes, relationships, and records. Are you clear? Can we start writing now? Hierarchical we told, network we told, many branches means network, one branch means hierarchical, images, audios, videos is object oriented, relational is domains, attributes, relations, and records. Are we clear? Shall we start writing this now? Yes. Now we will underline the keywords. Let's go and write directly what is going to be there. So what is the first thing I will underline? Hierarchical. What is the keyword I will? Guys, I wanted you to write everything. Okay, write everything. Write everything. So what I am doing, I am coloring the whole thing in a different coloring. Please write this. From this particular, what and all I have colored. Please write this. Everything is important. No keyword exclusively to be remembered, but still I will underline the keywords, not a big deal. But write everything. Network is many relationship, one to one, one to many to one, many to many. Hierarchical will have only one to one and one to many. Examples of relationship model also you can remember. Start writing. I'll scroll up. Yes, start writing.
So what do you mean by nodes, sir? NOD.
I will tell you. Node. Node means it is a part of what to say. It is the ingredients of a data. Node means one relationship is there. No, a relationship is called node.
Okay, sir.
Are you writing everything? Guys, have you done? Completed?
Yes.
The purpose why I am asking you to write is you will get a flow of the subject. The more you write, you will have a grip on the subject. Correct? Otherwise, I will say, I will give it to you, take a photocopy and take it. It will hardly take 10 minutes. Why will we wanted to spend this much amount of time? So the purpose is very simple. The more you write, it is going and sitting in your head. Correct? We can do smart work, that, this and all that is fine. But initially, correct, we have system, we have all the tools that can help you make it better, but it will never be equal to what you are writing in the notebook and practicing. Correct? So that's always there. So I always believe that. Now, whenever I go to Hari sir and says that, sir, I wanted to take a subject, or maybe when he gives me another subject, what he will say is, how much ever you study is not the point. Are you taking the handwritten notes? Even now, if I go, that's the only question he'll ask, because he also does the same thing. See, he has a MacBook and we have different gadgets which we can make our job very simple and easy, but it will never be equal to writing in the hand, so that hand-eye brain coordination will work. Correct? So smart work and all can be the next, but still first thing is going to be only this. Okay, shall we go to the next level, guys? Object-oriented database model. What is that? I told you to remember. It is complex
Audio.
data which will be consisting of
Audio.
images, audios,
Flip art.
videos, etc., which is a set of object, and data is modeled and created as object. Please write down this. So we are done only with the first half, correct? So the second half will be easily done in the next class. EISSM, you will not have this much. EISSM we can easily complete in just under 150 or something. It should not go beyond 150, 150. This is not like that. It will go more than easily. I think we would have already crossed some 150 now. Yes. So some 70, 80, I think we did in the chapter number 1. Some 50 we did in chapter number 2, 130. We have already come to more than 40. So it will easily cross 250 for all the 5 chapters. For how much mark? 15 marks. Why? Because we know the importance of covering the 30 marks in like this half an hour. Correct? If you do the same thing for EISSM, another 150, minimum 400 we will be able to write. For how much marks? 30 marks. So that's the effect that we should try to give for a concept. Leave the mark. Correct? Mark is secondary only. Are you getting at least an understanding of the subject? Yes. Now, guys, what is the last question that we will try to write for today? Advantages of DBMS. I'll close after this to ensure the remaining portions are to be explained. So we can do that in the next class. I don't want to do it in the last 5-10 minutes. Advantages of DBMS. Please mark it, so important for the exam. There is a good chance that they can ask in this coming up exam. Okay. Attempt by attempt, they will try to test this question some way or the other. DBMS, what and all it will do? Management of the database. So it will do sharing of data. It will reduce the repetition, data redundancy, integrity will be there. That means honesty, proper database connection, program consistency, file consistency, very user friendly. You can take data from anywhere, good security, program independence is there, data independence. That means it will not have a overflow or buffering with another. Good fast application development. So what is the keyword and all? You will have to remember, data sharing will be good. Data redundancy will be minimized. Redundancy means again and again repeating. Integrity will definitely be there. For consistency will be there. What consistency? Program consistency, file consistency. Definitely user friendly. Good security. Data independence is going to be there. Independence, not only data, but also program. A faster application development. So please write this. So important for the exam, 2-3 marks. They can easily ask you in the examination. Advantages of DBMS. Once you're done, write the 2 drawbacks also. Sometimes it is too much costly. Sometimes not always it is secured. It is important that improved security is there. You cannot try to maintain a database security for everything. So finish this also and ensure you are done with some 40 to 44 points for the day.
Done, sir.
You're done? Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Now if you are done, shall we then close for the day?